morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this video. To my viewers who watched the Day 1 Cedar Point vlog, welcome back to Day 2, and to those who are just joining us, welcome to Day 2 of our Cedar Point trip. We are right now outside of Magnum Gate for early entry at 9 a.m. The early entry rides for 2026 are this one, Top Thrill 2, although we will not be doing that today, probably. Most likely, we'll have to see if a certain ride is open. Money and Force, as we can see, testing in the distance there. That is also an early entry ride. And Siren's Curse, although last night was a bit of a doozy because, unfortunately, it did get stuck on the tilt track. So they were investigating that issue last night, and that might have carried on to this morning. So we shall see if that will be open for early entry, but as we got our rides on it, so I won't be too upset if it's not open for early entry. We've always got Millennium Force. How can you not love Millennium Force? But anyway, that's gonna do it for the intro. We're gonna wait out the about 15 more minutes for the park to open and start off our day. Made it in for early entry, and it seems that they've resolved the issue with whatever they were working on for Siren's Curse, because tilt is going. I did see a train go earlier. Should be fun. I'll see you back over by the Siren's Curse midway. Alright, train is going. Time to begin our early entry experience. Alright, so it has been a while since the last video clip. We have had quite the morning here at Cedar Point. First off, we were able to secure a Siren's Curse ride for early entry, and it just so happened to be the front row. So, got my first ever front row ride on Siren's Curse, and it is absolutely amazing. That tilt in the front row is some otherworldly. It absolutely enhances the ride experience. We can see by Raptor here that it is open, so we were able to secure a ride on that. That is hauling right now, and especially for a morning ride. And we got towards the back, so cannot beat that. It's just absolute whippiness in the first and second halves. We also did 3 rides on Gatekeeper, 1 in the front and 2 in the back. That's pretty good, and a little better than I remember. Obviously, it is a morning ride, so may not be running as fast as we would hope for, but it was still a fun ride nonetheless. Unfortunately, Millennium Force was having a bit of issues for early entry, so we were not able to secure a ride on that. But it was all right because we made up for it. But I mean, it's been all sort of wacky here. There have been rides going up and down all over the place. We saw Wild Mouse that was down for maintenance, a few other flats in the boardwalk, including Windseeker, which is currently being worked on. As we can see, it's very slowly lowering back down to the home position. But yeah, just been a wacky morning here, but I'm sure we'll be able to make up for it later in the day. I should also note that Cedar Point's Boardwalk Nights is also going on right now. Now, of course, that does take away from ride time, so we won't exactly be participating in festivities here, so it is going to be mobbed here in the boardwalk. So, don't think that would be worth it here, but that's pretty cool nonetheless. Yep, the crowds are definitely showing up today. This is the line for Iron Dragon, even with 2 trains. Yesterday it was on 1 train, so it made sense why the line would be like this, but today it's just crowded. Typically the crowds do not affect Rougarou, so I guess since we haven't done it yet, we'll hop a quick ride on it. Ride on Rougarou done. Surprisingly, it was a stairway, not a walk-on like it usually is, but I mean, better than I remember it to be. People say that this is one of the roughest B&Ms. Now, it does have a bit of a rattle to it. I can understand that, but I mean, it's not rough. I mean, some of the elements can be taken at a bit of a snappy pace, so I guess that's where the roughness does come in. But I mean, like shakiness-wise, it's not terrible. And ride-wise, we got a really decent ride on this. A lot of whip and just fast-paced throughout. So, pretty underrated ride here on Rougarou, if I might add. Barrel of fun. I know that. Man, I love Cedar Point's frontier town. Now, unfortunately, this Millennium Force Island is not currently open because there really isn't anything to do on Millennium Force Island, and also the change in the no sky coaster here, so that's definitely a big change. But you can just take a look at some of the livestock, such as horses over here. Across the yard in the barnyard are some goats and llamas. So lots of stuff to do that are not coasters or rides here at Cedar Point. So 2 of the best coasters in the park are here at Frontier Town. So what coaster are we going to do out of the 2? If you picked either of them, you're incorrect, because we are doing Cedar Creek Mine Ride. I have honestly no idea why we did that. It was out the door here. I don't know. I mean, it's not as rough as I thought it was, but it just does nothing. So I mean, it's a classic. So I would recommend just doing it for the coaster credit. But don't waste. I would say don't waste your time other than getting the credit. Unfortunately, much like yesterday, Gemini is not racing. But I mean, gotta do it just in case anything were to happen to it in the future. Despite it not racing, Gemini was still a fun time. It might be a bit shaky here and there, but that airtime, especially in the back row, is really, really good. I'm hoping I don't know about the future of this ride, which is part of the reason why we were riding it today and on this trip. So it was good to give a courtesy ride, again, just in case anything happens to it. But hopefully they are able to restore it to its former glory of racing. But if not, possibly a modern Woody. We'll find out though. So lines are getting a bit long right now. I believe Gatekeeper and Raptor are up to 2 hours right now, and this is about 75 along with most of the other rides here. So best time more than ever to stop by for a meal, and what better place to have it than here at Backbeat Barbecue. Backbeat, always amazing. 100% recommend that when coming to Cedar Point. Of course, there's a whole bunch of great food options here at the Point, but I mean, if you have to prioritize one, I would say Backbeat would be one of them. With lines being long, no better time to start doing some flat rides here at the Point, and that'll start right here at the Cedar Point Lynn Lake Erie Railroad. That was just about all the flat rides we could do. Even the flat rides do have lines today, so not much to do there. So if there is anything I would want to wait for, it would be here at Top Thrill 2, only because the other one would have been Steel Vengeance, but Steel Vengeance is currently posted at a 2-hour wait as opposed to this 1-hour wait. So it's pretty obvious which one we would like to do. So I'll see you back after our ride. Always something when it comes to this ride. They did suffer a minor delay in operation while we were in line, so the hour line turned into about a 70 to 75 minute line, but either way, still absolutely worth it. And of course, we had to get the middle, again, because of the popularity of the ride. We were assigned the row, but that just goes to show that there is no bad row on this ride, and it's just incredible. Those laterals on the spiral drop are just out of this world, and how it's running right now, you get sustained airtime on the top hat, even again in the middle where we were sitting. Excited to get back on this to get more rides on this for early entry, but that will do it for our Top Thrill 2 rides for today. Gonna be moving on to other things. Next up on the agenda is going to be Pipe Scream. It's been closed for a little bit, and I don't believe we got on it last year, so should be nice to get back on it. I forgot how much fun you can have on these models. Very good ride here on Pipe Scream. Obviously, all the whip in the world on each of the spikes, and cannot beat the airtime hill in the middle. That was a surprise on its own, but do not skip Pipe Scream. It is a very underrated flat ride in my opinion. And yes, I did say flat ride. This is not a coaster. Last night, we were robbed of a night ride, so I guess it's time to get a sort of night ride. I mean, Money Force is currently posting a 40-minute wait, so maybe by the time we are done this line, it might be a dusk ride, who knows? But, I mean, time to get some redemption here at Millennium Force.
You get static effect.
Sunset ride here on Millennium Force, and you can probably see by the off-ride footage, a lot of bugs on there. Luckily, we are on an odd number seat, which basically sits lower on the train, so I don't think it was as bad as it were to be on like an elevated seat in an even numbered row, but still, that was fine. But ride-wise, that it just keeps getting better. That was the best ride I have ever gotten on that. It is absolutely flying through the course right now. You actually get airtime on both the giant camelback in the back half over there, and of course the little one as well. And the overbanks are actually pulling some forces today, and cannot beat that first drop, especially towards the back, which we just so happened to get. I think it was car 8, I think. But either way, cannot beat a Millennium Force dusk/night ride. That was just an incredible experience. Oh, so here's something neat. Here on the Frontier Trail at night, they got all these light-up string lights that are basically America 250 themed. Very nice touch.
Cedar Point.
There is no place I would rather be than for the final ride of the night than Steel Vengeance. Currently posting a 45-minute wait. Might be a little overinflated, but a ride is a ride. So let's take our final ride. Steel frickin' Vengeance at night, baby, in the back row. Unfortunately, the trims were hitting because we got Blackjack train, and typically Blackjack isn't known to have the trims off all that much, but I mean, the first half still cooking as always. Cannot beat that. That was absolutely incredible. Obviously, with the trims on, second half was just about as good as you can expect, but not the elite second half that this can be known to be. But still, and that does not deter from the ride that you can get. This is still an elite coaster. That, of course, since it was our last ride of the night, gonna start making our way back to Magnum Gate. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will conclude the Cedar Point trip. Vlog-wise, of course. We are going to have an extra day tomorrow on Thursday for most of the early entry rides, plus a few bonus extra rides on some of the big five here. But I won't be vlogging that just because I think 2 days is fine for this YouTube channel. Overall, this was a really, really good trip. Obviously much better than last year. Everything ran relatively smoothly, which always gotta love that. So again, very much so enjoyed ourselves more this year than last year, especially getting a new credit in Siren's Curse. Cannot beat that. Cannot also beat getting semi-reliably on Top Thrill 2, one of my favorites here in the park, and all of our other favorites, of course, cannot beat that. I'm hoping to get back here sometime in the near future. Of course, this is a semi-annual trip, so have no idea when we will be back here, but I'm just happy we were able to get a visit nonetheless. But anyways, that is going to just about do it from our Cedar Point trip. Make sure to leave your thoughts of this video in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and of course, subscribe for more theme park content. And as we can see Top Thrill 2 going up here, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.